Okay, hello, welcome back. So, was bored at work, trolling through Reddit, as I am wont to do, and came across a thread I needed to revisit. I was like, hey, there's a thread I was supposed to read. Which one was it? And it was this one, the AIC Deep Dive Part 2, Mildly Logical Stashes by Kogeek. So in this, they talk about how protocol stash, oh, whoops, let me do that, can be used to, like, divert overflow if you just put a converger in front of it. One of the outputs. It will not send down that belt until the other belt is full. And in the case that you have multiple belts full, it will send down the one that has the least amount of nodes on it. Very weird behavior. Not going to go into explaining it. But I managed to put this into use. So I put it into use here in Markerstone. What I wanted was to cap out my head and night parts, and then once my head and night parts capped, I would like for them to redirect and go into the gearing unit. That's what I wanted, right? Because I want to just I don't want the parts sitting there. I would like for them to keep being made and go to head and night components, right? Let's just make them. I don't need more than 22,000, that's for sure, but just go ahead and make them. And so that's what this is doing. As you can see, it's not coming out through the converger. It's going out through the empty belt and into the protocol stash. I just like to seeing the belts constantly move, so that's why that's doing that. But eventually, this will cap out. That's because I'm going on vacation soon. And I can just let this run. And it will keep my head and night from clogging. And everything will keep running as is, right? So this is kind of like a very simple, rudimentary version of this. But I got to thinking, could I do this somewhere else? And the answer is yeah, I can do this somewhere else. So a little more complicated of a version, because I'm using two belts with two different products, right? So I'm making, this is regional transfer of dense originium, and then I'm also making dense originium, and I was using the logic that they had in the post. So what I want is that when the gearing unit can no longer take any more packed Origo crust, because it's getting it at double the speed of the sheer knight, like this clogs at some point, and this clogs at some point, and then it backfills, and then it will start going into this third one, like this. Now it goes to the third one, and it sends the excess that cannot go into the gearing unit into the packaging unit. And then, when the gearing unit makes one finally, it stops sending here, and it goes back to sending only to the left two. Pretty cool, right? I really like this. This is really cool. Really, really cool. It solved the problem of the 10 extra shear knight I was making. That's for sure. And I am not overcapping. I'm using up all of the dense originium powder, which is nice. I will eventually cap out on this, and then I don't know what I'm going to do when that happens. But it doesn't really matter. If this caps out, all this backfills, and it just keeps making LC batteries for me. Okay, right? I'm going on vacation soon again for a few days, so I won't be able to do too much factory. All right, let it make batteries. Because I plan on putting these batteries in place of the HC Valley batteries before I leave, so they'll be a little more self-sustaining. But that'll kind of load balance itself, actually, as I want it to. It's only making about 2 a minute, but it will jump once the components fill up over time. So we'll see how it goes. I'm looking forward to it, because I think it's a really cool thing that Kogeek found out and shared with us. And it also works with pipes, though I'm not exactly sure how it works with pipe. I think it has to do with a conduit only. The conduit manifold. Bleh. Because that has two openings coming out of it. So, pretty cool stuff. Pretty cool stuff. I really like this. So I hope that inspires you or explains a little bit more or through an example of what they were talking about.